Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And we just seen the Knicks give us a late Christmas present as they defeated the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn. And, it doesn't get much better than that, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get this show on the road. Hope you had a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And let's get to it.
That's the G.
And here we go in Brooklyn, ladies and gentlemen, the day after Christmas. The Knicks gave us a good one. As you see, Brooklyn goes up 2-0 early. And then they go up 5-0 early. And you automatically thought, well, this might be one of those games. Another one of those games. Julius Randle, he takes it upon himself to get the first 2 buckets for the Knicks. And he was kind of hot tonight. Julius Randle, as much as people want to complain about Julius Randle, he's been playing well lately. Give it up for the guy. Give it up for the guy. 8-2. Knicks are up. Julius Randle from 3. And he was hot from the 3-point line tonight as well, as you will see as we continue to talk about this game. And then there you go, number 12, Joe Harris. Joe Harris had 8 points tonight. 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. Wasn't his usual self from the 3-point line as Julius Randle knocks one home. It's 10-7 Brooklyn. Elfrid Payton, he's bringing the ball up the floor. Gets inside the lane, and the little jump floater shot, mixed between the jump shot and floater, but he knocks it down. Elfrid Payton tonight, what did he do tonight? He had 13 points, 4 assists tonight, also 7 rebounds. The Knicks are down 13-9. And this is about the point when the Knicks start to go on a run. Julius Randle knocks down another 3. Julius Randle tonight. And, that's a guy I don't really want shooting a lot of threes. He's shot 9 of them tonight, but he was making them. He was 5 for 9 from the 3-point line. Mitchell Robinson gets an offensive rebound. He's becoming an offensive rebounding monster, is Mitchell Robinson becoming. He had 10 rebounds in total tonight. 5 offensive and 5 defensive. Julius Randle going to work, fades away, knocks it down. Not the shot that you always want, but he was hot tonight. You got to give it to him. He was knocking it down tonight. Barrett, who was that? Frank knocks down the 3. Frank, but, Frank is giving us what he can give us right now. He's 1 for 5 from the field. You see the Knicks are up 22-13, 23-15 as they went on a run. Damian Dotson up at the top of the key finds some room right down the lane. Damian Dotson on the night. He had 2 points. That was only 2 points of the night. The Nets, they try to stay in it. They come back. They knock down the 3s, 24-18. Frank finds Mitchell Robinson for the alley-oop dunk. You like to see more of that. Mitchell Robinson is really getting his groove in right now. He's really playing well. He had 10 points, 10 rebounds tonight. Also 2 blocks. The Knicks up 26-18. As you see that guy, Wilson Chandler. I used to really like Wilson Chandler. I think that was Wilson Chandler. That's what it looked like. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But Spencer Dinwiddie says, well, we can do the same thing with DeAndre Jordan. As a matter of fact, he says, DeAndre Jordan taught Mitchell Robinson that. DeAndre Jordan with the nice alley-oop from Spencer Dinwiddie as the Nets are coming back. It's 28-25. And here you go. That guy, Joe Harris, he's going to knock it down. You can't leave him open. He knocks down one of his 2 3-pointers on the night. RJ Barrett finds Julius Randle. And, for all the people that say that RJ Barrett and Julius Randle never passed to each other, well, they both had a couple of assists to each other tonight. Marcus Morris, he knocks down a 3. Marcus Morris had 22 points on the night. He was 1 for 4 from the 3-point line, 8 rebounds. RJ Barrett, as a matter of fact, that was from Julius Randle. I don't know. Maybe they worked out their issues over the holiday, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks are up 36-33 as Joe Harris knocks down another 3. Can't leave that guy open. You just can't do it. And look, Spencer Dinwiddie plays well for the Nets. I'm going to give him that. He had 25 points tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He also had 3 assists and 8 rebounds. It's going to be interesting when Kyrie Irving comes back, how they work that out. As Marcus Morris knocks down little fadeaway jump shot. Joe Harris finds Prince from the 3-point line. He knocks it down. It's 39-38. The Nets take the lead back, and then Marcus Morris, little fumble in the basketball, pulls it up. He takes the lead back for the Knicks, make it 40-39. With 1 minute left in the second quarter, Elfrid Payton finds Julius Randle. And listen, I don't want to expose anything. Hope I'm not, but Julius Randle travels every time he shoots a three. Knicks up 43-39 to end the quarter. The Nets scooping a little layup to make it 43-41. It's now 46-41. Start of the third quarter. R.J. Barrett gets a rebound, make it 48-41. The Knicks are up. Here we go. Marcus Morris finds Julius Randle. And if you notice, well, we'll talk about it. Julius Randle was 5 for 9 from the three-point line. He had 33 points and 8 rebounds. He also had 2 assists. He was 14 for 26 from the field. There goes another one. The guy's cooking. You got to give it to him. You get him. If you like him, if you don't like him, he was cooking tonight. Elfrid Payton to the cup. Elfrid Payton had 13 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. I might have said that already. He was 6 for 12 from the field. Marcus Morris one more time, and the Knicks are building the lead. It's 60-45 as the Knicks extend their lead, and they continue to go to work. Marcus Morris one more time. He knocks down a mid-range jump shot. Marcus Morris shot 50% from the field tonight. He was 18 for 16. Elfrid Payton, he lays one up off the glass. It's 64-47, and the Knicks are starting to blow this one open, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell Robinson finds R.J. Barrett, who gets in the lane. R.J. Barrett misses, but Mitchell Robinson, like I said, an offensive rebounding machine, gets the rebound and puts it back in, dunks it home. Marcus Morris, again, pull-up jump shot. Bam. All of these aren't good shots, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honest with you. They're not all good shots, but they were knocking them down. The shot distribution tonight wasn't, what you would like it to be, but you had 2 guys that were hitting their shots. All right. The Knicks up 71-52. They're up 19 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Elfrid Payton with the screen from Mitchell Robinson. Turn around in the lane, lays it up off the glass with the left hand. The Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets just didn't have any answers for the Knicks tonight. The Knicks came out with that kind of energy you wish they would come out with every night. You wish they would come out with it every night. But you know what? We said we wanted the Knicks to go 2-3 in this stretch, and they kept that alive as Marcus Morris knocks down another mid-range. The Knicks up by 23 points. At this time, the Nets, they knock one down. They try to stay in it, climb in it, but you guys know the story of the game. It wasn't going to happen. Elfrid Payton to the cup. Mitchell Robinson with another one of those offensive rebounds. He had 5 of them on the night. The Knicks up by 23, 77-54. The Nets try to stay close. They knock down the 3. They actually, well, you'll see what happens in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. They actually push close, though. The Nets keep fighting. They knock down the 3 here to make it 77-60. Cut it to a 17-point lead. It's now a 16-point lead, 79-63 in the fourth quarter. Nice pass. Kevin Knox with the lane. Kevin Knox on the night. He had 4 points. He only played about 13 minutes. Julius Randle, a little bit out of control, but he finds his balance so he can lay that one home. 83-65, the Knicks were up 18. Now they're up 15 as the Nets continue to try to fight and climb into it. Julius Randle off the dribble. Nice stop and step back a little bit and fade away. 85-70, the Knicks are up. Julius Randle, one more time in the paint. They leave him. Got to take it. He knocks it down 87-70. The Knicks, they weren't giving this one back. And, you wonder, because that's what the Knicks, that's their MO. They give it back. They didn't give it back. Not tonight. 89-73, Julius Randle trying to put it to bed. Bam. Nice fadeaway shot. Puts it to bed on that one. 91-73. The Knicks are up 18 with 5 minutes left. Now it's 18 with 4 minutes left. And they cut it to 15. The Nets cut it to 15 there. 3 minutes left. This one is just about done, though. You see Marcus Morris, another pull-up jump shot. He knocks it down. 93-76. The Knicks are up. The Nets would not come back in this one, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how much they tried to play hard and do what they did, it wasn't happening tonight. You understand what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's talk about this game. and let's get this one going. We got Guillermo in the chat. Let's see who else joined us in the chat. Guillermo City for Real is in the chat. And, before I get to that, let me go over some of these numbers. My man City for Real, what's going on with you? The Knicks had a 23-point lead. The Nets only had a 6-point lead. All right, the Knicks, they shot 40.2% from the field. And let me tell you, that's really not that great, but the Nets shot worse. They shot 26.9% from the field. Three-pointers, the Knicks only shot 31% from the three-point line. They were 9 for 29, and the Nets shot 26%. Just not really a good shooting night overall for either team. From the free throw line, the Knicks were 11 for 15, and the Nets, the Nets went to the line 36 times. The Nets only 15. The Knicks only 15. The Knicks had 60 rebounds on the night. They only had 16 assists. They had 5 steals, 2 blocks, and 13 turnovers. The Nets had 50 rebounds, 17 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and 13 turnovers. Looking at the rest of the box scores, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of the box scores on the night, like I said, Marcus Morris, he had 22 points. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Julius Randle, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Also had 2 turnovers. Taj Gibson, he played 11 minutes, no points, but he had 4 rebounds. R.J. Barrett, 5 points, 7 rebounds. Elfrid Payton had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Mitchell Robinson, 10 points, 10 rebounds. He also had 2 blocks. Frank only played 14 minutes. He had 3 points, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Kevin Knox, 13 minutes. He had 4 points, 2 turnovers. Damian Dotson had 2 points. Bobby Portis had 2 points. Kadeem Allen and Iggy both played. Neither did much. They only played a couple of minutes towards the end of the game, and Alonzo Trier, he didn't get in at all. For the Nets, Joe Harris, he had 8 points. Didn't do much. He was 2 for 7 from the three-point line. Taurean Prince had 3 points. Jared Allen, he had 4 points, 6 rebounds. Garrett Temple, he had 7 points, 9 rebounds. Spencer Dinwiddie, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, also 5 turnovers. Still, you got to ask yourself, even though we're not Nets fans, what happens when Kyrie comes back with the way that Spencer Dinwiddie's been playing since Kyrie's been out? Timothy, and I can't even say his last name, folks, so I'm not going to attempt to do it, had 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. DeAndre Jordan had 8.6 rebounds. Wilson Chandler, told you that's my guy. I like Wilson Chandler. 4 points, 4 rebounds. And Kuroks had 8 points and 3 rebounds for the Nets. That's pretty much the story of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let me talk to you guys, see what's going on. Guillermo, I'm coming to you, man. Want to tell me, what do you think about this game? All right, give me a second here. Let me get you unmuted. Guillermo, what's popping, man?
Yo, it's good, man. As y'all can see, you and Dream Team, baby.
Oh,
I can turn all around, but yo, put respect to my man's name, man. Ewan is a straight up legend. But anyway, salute to you, salute to the chat. Happy, Kwanzaa, Xmas, whatever the hell you guys celebrate, whatever. But what I want to say tonight, man, is several things, right? So I was happy tonight with several players, man. Mitchell Robinson, in terms of what he did on the boards in the third quarter, man, I was so impressed, man. And his hands are getting a lot better. Is not as doofy, in terms of handling the ball down low when he gets a rebound. I love what he did on the boards. He was a monster on defense. He's also I was just so impressed with Mitch Robinson. Elfrid Payton is not going to show up, and I know people don't use plus minus. He had a plus 25, which was tied for the highest on the team, but plus 25. And in terms of what he did in terms of breaking down the defenses, dribble driving into the heart of defense and making things happen, whether it's a hockey pass, was keeping his dribble at 338. For anybody, this Frank Ntilikina, I'm a fan of Frank Ntilikina, but he definitely needs to watch some film in him. If you guys go back to Elfrid Payton in the third quarter at 339, when he did that, when people talk about Rod Strickland, made him jump like Rod Strickland, and Raekwon said that, just look at what Elfrid Payton did. When he drove, faked the layup, came back and faked like he was going to do the fade, and came back and laid it up for the and one, even though he missed a foul shot. I said, goodness gracious, that was one of the most sexiest players I've seen all season, probably for a while, man. Frank Ntilikina needs to learn from Elfrid Payton how to drive into the heart of the defense. You don't have to sit there and make all your threes. You don't have to be this to learn how to play proper point guard. Learn from guys like him, CP3, the Steph Currys of old, when they would drive into the defenses and make things happen. You may not have an assist, you may not, but sometimes when you do that, you might have a hockey assist. Guys moving around, get the ball ends up with the guy who's open. That's how you play point guard. Julius Randle had a good game tonight. City for Real has a really good point. I don't want to take his point, but he has a good point on what Payne did with Randle. I thought that having Morris back and Payne in the lineup kind of honed Randle in. I don't want people to take this as, this offense, we look good again. Again, this is what I said about the Knicks. We had a lot of ISO tonight. And the issue with the Knicks is that I want to see this offense when everyone is clicking, right? I want to see this offense where there's more easier baskets made because a lot more off-ball movement. Got the right passer made. So I'm not getting Randle because, again, when you're going to have games like even great teams have games like this where everybody's off except for one or two guys, right? So Morris is on tonight. Randle's on tonight. You had contributions from Payne. You had contributions from Mitch. So I'm not complaining about like, I'm not doing that. It's just I would like to see. I don't want to say that this is the pinnacle of like Knicks offense. No, it's not. It's, 2 or 3 guys like
Clearly
this on the
not.
past had a really good offensive games individually. I'm not getting them. I thought Randle tonight, in terms of making decisions to the basket, the threes, the little fadeaways. One thing Randle has to learn, and it's obviously is not from tonight, but from other nights, when you don't have it, when you don't have the three, when you don't have that fadeaway, stop shooting it. Go to another part of your arsenal to push. Now, Randle was hot tonight all over. So to me, I love what they did. Hey, keep force feeding it to him. Until he goes cold, keep force feeding him. I loved it. I think the Knicks' biggest thing tonight was their defense. Now, if you watch tonight, the biggest if on defense that the Knicks have to fix when they're in the zone, the guy on the weak side of the zone has to stop committing into the guy who's driving to the basket. If the guy up top and the two guys in the 2-3 zone can't stop that guy from driving to the basket or penetrating, you can't come out and help. You almost have to stay disciplined on your guy because that's where Joe Harris is. That's where guys like Garrett Temple, Garrett Temple's been a journeyman, but he's been able to hit a few threes here and there. He killed his last game with threes. You can't overcommit because that's when they kill you. If for him to come and drive, that's not your responsibility. Those are other two guys' responsibilities. So the coach has to make a concerted effort to say, hey, stop cheating. Our guys have to be more disciplined, play better defense. You have to stay on that guy on that weak side because they can't make that cross-country pass or dribble drive, make that kick out to the three-point guy, and he kills us with the three. Force that guy to try to lay it up on Mitch or lay it up on one of those guys. But the thing I liked tonight on defense was that the pick-and-roll defense, I was really impressed. Now, I don't know if it was by design, but if you go back to all the pick-and-roll, especially in the second and third quarter, when Dinwiddie couldn't get a shot off, one thing I like is that they forced Dinwiddie to become basically a quick shooter. And Dinwiddie could shoot, don't get me wrong. But Dinwiddie ain't shooting like he ain't automatic. He's a guy who could be streaky. He can make his shots, but he's not automatic. And one thing I like is that they didn't allow him to keep dribble, drive, and penetrate. Because what Dinwiddie likes to do is that he likes to do that little dribble, drive. He's going to lay it up and then jump, and then LeBron pass it, to somebody on the perimeter, which has served us in the past. Now, what he did was that the guy on the defense, so say it's Payne coming up on top of the guy who set the pick, this guy, whoever it be like Taj Gibson or Mitch, would stay back and kind of play off like, all right, I'm going to force you to try to shoot that quick shot. Because what Dinwiddie likes to do is keep his dribble, which is a great thing. But Dinwiddie ain't automatic. Like he tried to go to foul, little chicanery, little trickery tonight, and it wasn't working, especially late. So that's why I don't know if it was by design that they kept the big man back to kind of say, all right, I'm going to force you to shoot versus I'm going to play up on you. Now you have the big man that he could dump it off to Jared Allen, or if he keeps dribble driving, if he gets past Taj Gibson, now he has two guys on his back. He could maybe try to go for a layup or pass a guy on the perimeter, which he's very dangerous at doing. He could do that very well. So I like what Mike Miller did tonight, especially defensively. So all around is a good game. Offensively is not one of the more impressive games, as crazy as it sounds in terms of team ball, but defensively, I love the adjustment they made. And the Nets did not have any adjustment. I think they had a record for like the lowest amount of 2-point shots or whatever. What's tonight? I don't remember the exact stat or some crazy stat, but
yeah, they shot 20. So the Nets tonight shot 53-point shots, which means, and they only shot 78 shots overall. So they only shot 28 2-point shots tonight. The Nets only shot 26.9% from the field. They were 27% from the field, right? I mean, you can give that to the Knicks defense or not.
No. If you watch that game, Sim, now were there some open shots here and there, especially early on? Yeah, and we, but what I like tonight, what the Knicks did, man, it's crazy because if the Knicks would have won by say 5 points or 3 points, I think say Randall didn't have as good of a game, but the defense was still the same, everything's still the same. I would have said this was a really good game because that defense, and you watch it, they adjusted in the third quarter, and you could see all the contested threes. Guys were getting right back on the man on the perimeter once the pick and roll kind of broke down the defense. And they were forcing the Nets into bad shots. Like the Nets lost so much confidence. I don't know who one of the dudes, one of the new dudes, one of the guys that Walcott said I think came from the G League. This guy had an open three and then try to drive because like he was like, I don't even trust it. It was late. It was like in the fourth quarter. But tonight overall, man, I just like the defense, man. I like what Mike Miller did adjustment wise. Now offensively, I just like to see a little more off ball, a little more ingenuity. But when guys are hot, you don't take the ball out their hands. So overall, a good game.
The shot distribution tonight. Let's see, Marcus Morris shot 16. Julius Randle shot 26 shots, but he was hot. He was 14 for 26. I mean, he was hot. It's better than 50% from the field, like 53% from the field. Taj Gibson shot 4. R.J. Barrett, he was 2 for 10. Elfrid Payton was 6 for 12. Everybody else was in single digits. Mitchell Robinson, 6 shots. Frank Ntilikina, 5 shots. He was 1 for 5. Kevin Knox, 1 for 3. Damian Dotson, 1 for 3. Bobby Portis was 0 for 6. Bobby Portis gets on my nerves too, man. He misses so many little bunny layups. It really does frustrate me. Really frustrates me. City for real, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, Sam?
I'm good. How was your Christmas?
Christmas was good, bro. Had a good time with the fam and all of that types of stuff. So, it was
That's good. That's good, man. It makes it even better that the Knicks got a win. Hopefully we can follow it up Saturday night with a win over the Wizards. Then we can go 2-3 in this stretch, like we said.
We need to double up, man.
Right. Then we can go 2-3 in this stretch, like we said. That'd be perfect. So, tell me, Guillermo was saying something about, you had a good point about Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle. Go ahead and make that point.
Oh no, yeah, yo. I said, I was telling Grandma, I was like, I peeped one thing was that third quarter, whatever it was, like Payton, he got the ball, he came down the court, and Randle was calling for it, and he pretty much told his chill, I got this. Like he told him chill, I got it. Like you could read his lips and see what he said or whatever, but. I thought for me that was my favorite play of the game because although we knew he had the hot hand, like what I'm saying, that's your point guard taking charge. Like, okay, bro, I know you got the hot hand, but at the end of the day, just relax. I got this. Let me run the offense and come through and do the things that we need to do.
Yeah, and there was another. I don't want to say transaction. Another time, just before the half, I think it was just before the half, or maybe, I think it was just before the half, when Julius Randle had the ball at the top of the key, Elfrid Payton, I think, was in the post, and he called Elfrid Payton up to get the ball. Elfrid Payton came and got the ball. Mitchell Robinson set the screen. Elfrid Payton ended up passing it back to him, and he knocked down the 3. But these are signs that they're starting to communicate, talk with each other, some chemistry is building. Obviously, Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle, they've been together. They've been together for a year. This will be their second season together. Hopefully it's signs that there's some chemistry starting to grow, between the players and stuff like that.
Can I say this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
But this is for all Knicks fans. Last couple of games, this is the Randle that we signed up for. Not the one in the first 10 games or so or whatever it was when he was playing with his back to the basket all of the time and getting turnovers and doing all of the other stuff that he was doing. But as we can see, this is the Randle that we signed up for. This is the guy, like, what I'm saying, that we signed up for him to lead the show or whatever you want to call it. Although, like, what I'm saying, he's still a little bit sloppy with his dribbling or whatever. Yeah. But, like, at the end of the day, he's been last couple of games, he's been efficient. You know what I'm saying? And that's I believe this is what the front office saw. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as going after him, they saw, like, a guy that could play efficient. Now he just gotta He just got to do this on a consistent basis. If he does the things that he's doing the last couple of games on a consistent basis, things might start looking up.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's doing some good stuff out there. There's still little things here and there, right? Making a few passes quicker. You know what I mean? I still want to see him make those passes quicker because it's going to make the ball move faster, right? But for the most part, he's doing pretty good. He's like he's learning, he's picking some things up. He's doing a better job. And I'm going to say, a lot of people are going to point to Mike Miller, but I think he started to do some of these things even when Coach Fizdale was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he stopped playing with his back to the basket for
now what?
A couple of games when Fizz was coaching. Like we talked about this a long time ago, but he stopped doing that even while Fizz was coaching for a couple of games. I believe it was like 3-4 games or whatever it was before, or maybe 5 before all of this, before the blow up happened. But
I think the biggest thing with Coach Mike Miller is that he took the ball out of his hands as far as him being a point forward. He took the ball out of his hands, gave the ball to the guard, and then let the guard set things up. I think that's the biggest thing. The one thing I do notice, though, man, Julius Randle, every time he shoots a three, he travels. If you watch, he catches the ball, and then he takes a little hop to get his feet set and then shoots it. That's actually a travel. The refs aren't calling it. They did call it one time when he caught the ball and then he sidestepped and shot the three. But if you pay attention, he catches the ball, he takes a little hop, and then he shoots, man. They're not gonna call it, but it is a travel.
I can't single him out for that because
I'm not singling him out for that.
As far as we know,
saying.
there's like, you know what I'm saying? There's like so many travels.
Yeah, I know. I'm not singling him out. I'm just saying he does travel every time he takes that three.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get called for it because in the NBA's little, they don't call little travels. They don't call big travels. I seen Carmelo Anthony. I seen Melo when he was playing for the Knicks. And I'm gonna bring this in. I'm gonna bring this up. When he was playing for the Knicks, Melo caught the ball almost at half court, and he took one dribble, like and then he picked it up. Took like 2 dribbles. And then 4 little dribbles to get his feet set, and then shot the three. It was crazy. I'm gonna pull that up just because I want to show that travel, man. It's one of the funniest travels in the world. I was like, oh my gosh, man, that's crazy. But yeah, Knicks played well tonight, man. Definitely a fun night, man. Let me get to some of these other guys. I do got the phone lines open, ladies and gentlemen. You can call in 516-405-2246. All right, so, I'd like to hear from you. Hopefully you had a great holiday. I'm going to get to this guy's waving his hands. What's up, man? Waving your hands, looking for attention. Like a little puppy dog looking for attention. Like the kid, the kid that always thinks he knows the answer in class, waving his hand.
What you mean?
And then stand up and your answer is wrong.
I'm always right.
Ha. Okay.
But anyway,
if I go back and ask your grade school teachers that question, they'll probably kick me out.
Nah, man, they're gonna say I was the funniest, cutest kid in the world.
They might say funniest looking. I don't know about cutest. They might say funniest looking.
Yeah, all right.
Go ahead, man.
But, first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Hope your Christmas was good, Sim.
It's beautiful, man. Christmas is still going on for me.
That's I've been trying to tell people you got money, man, but you don't want to believe me. You try to act like
what does that have to do with money? I don't have nothing to do with money.
Sure, Sim.
That has nothing to do with money.
It got nothing to do with money.
What does that have to do with money?
My man said Christmas still going. He said Christmas.
Okay.
You got money.
That don't have nothing to do with money. It's enjoying family, bro. Come on, man.
Okay,
what does that have to do with money?
Right. I'm gonna let you
enjoying family, doing family things together, man.
Sure, Sim. Okay.
Don't get mad because your family kicks you out because they don't want to celebrate Christmas with you.
Everybody want to hang with me. Everybody want to hang with me.
Go ahead, man.
You know what, Sim? First of all, good game today by the Knicks. Listen, Sim, you ever watch? I know you watch Bad Boys too. Remember when my man Will Smith said to Martin at the end of the movie, he's like, "And every time you shoot, that's how you shoot. That's how you should shoot the whole time, all the time." What I mean by that, when Julius Randle play like this, Sim, this is how we want him to play. This is how he should be playing. This is what he's getting paid $20 million. That's what the Knicks were looking for when the Knicks signed him. He can do this, Sim. He can do this consistently. It's in him. He can do it.
Well, listen, I mean, he's not going to shoot 53% every
Well, I know
night.
he
It's
ain't
going to be
gonna
as
shoot
hot
50%,
every night.
but
You know, what you want is for him to, you know, get his shots in rhythm, not hold the ball as long, kick it to the open man quicker.
Sim,
Those things. You want him to do
Sim,
those
today,
things. The shot may or may not fall.
Sim, what I seen from Julius Randle today, he wasn't thinking. He got the ball and knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah,
I'm comfortable with Randle when he plays like this. What I mean by just him knowing what he wants to do versus him just going east and west, trying to be a point forward and try to drill up the ball up the court and try to do this and then do ISO plays that that he dribbles into three defenders and waves off players and just don't pass the ball. No, the way he played tonight was perfect. The way he played with not thinking, knowing what he wants to do, and rhythm shots. That's what we gave Julius Randle $20 million for, to be this kind of player where you know what, he can get his shot. I mean, you're right about him still having to work on it passing because he can pass. We all know he can pass. So just good defense today, and I'm excited for that. Let's build on this. Let's try to go like 2 or 3 or 3 and 3 or whatever we can. Let's try to be competitive in all these games and try to beat the teams we should be, but the teams that are on the level of record and competition we should beat, or try to be at least competitive the whole game.
Okay. We were just talking about Julius Randle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a listen to Julius Randle, his post-game interview, as he, kind of breaks down, talks about his game tonight. He played a pretty good game tonight. Again, Julius Randle had 33 points on the night. Let's see, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, only 2 turnovers on the night. Good game for Julius Randle. All right, let's take a listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is Julius Randle.
Our focus was better. Coaches gave us a great game plan and executed it. Team 80. And just grinded the whole way. Beat basketball game. Honestly, man, it's just in a good rhythm. This box. Work it up with them.
You're getting.
Yeah, it took a while, but I'm feeling better.
And you may need to turn your volume up a little bit because they got their volume pretty low, ladies and gentlemen. So you may need to turn it up just a little bit so that you can hear what Julius Randle was saying. Let's get back to him.
Actually, the worst shooting night in the NBA that they had. What did you guys focus on trying to take away from them so well?
We tried to limit Joe Harris, his wide pin downs and stuff that they do. Spencer Dinwiddie obviously have been playing great basketball, so our bigs are up. Our coverage. They're a great rebounding team. So try to limit them to one shot. Job of doing that for pass is a pass. Honestly, I just think we had a great day, from start to finish. Like I said, the coaches gave us a great game plan. We went out there, we executed it. We had a mental sharpness and focus to us from start to finish the whole day. So We did a great job, and I'm proud of my guys.
Can you talk?
Playing amazing. Playing with confidence. He's being the EP that I know as well last year, so doing a great job. Head of the snake. This team really feeds off his energy, so doing a great job. I did. I can't speak for nobody else. I did and said, what can I do better? How can I be a better leader? How can I be a better player? Make sure we have a better result next game. So I can't speak for everybody else, but I think from top to bottom, as a team, we did a great job of coming in here, playing great basketball. Finish.
Well, sense of responsibility for that.
I don't really focus on that. Honestly, I just go out there and play the game. I feel like we've been doing a great job. Everybody's just sharing the ball. Everybody's getting the ball in their spots. And I think it's helped me, be more efficient. What I want to do offensive end. So coaches put me in great shots. Elfer, our PGs are all setting me up, put me in spots. All I got to do is go out there and finish. Play with energy and take what it is. Like I said, just trust the summer work that I put in after practice and all the time. Just trust that. And out there and play with confidence is all it is.
You had mentioned that Denver lost, turning point. Whatever happened after.
No, it was Indiana lost.
Indiana. Why? What was it?
Our energy, man. Just our focus, our energy, our connected we were as a group. I felt like it was great. We had a full game of fighting. I missed the free throw in the end, but we had a full game of fighting for full 48 minutes, playing together. And I just feel like we've been building off of that ever since.
Do you feel that
Can't rain forever, bro. So it can't rain forever, dog. I put in too much work. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall eventually.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Julius Randle. And I know the audio was kind of low, but I think you made out what he was saying. I'm gonna tell you what I do like that he said. What I really like that he said is that I looked in the mirror. He said, I can't speak for anybody else, but I looked in the mirror. All right. Listen, there's always going to be a lot of people that have something to say. They might say, it was a little bit too late, whatever it is. I don't care. He said that he looked in the mirror. We'll see if he continues to look in the mirror and try to refine his game and make his game better. All right, but if he looked in the mirror for this one, good. Good. He needs to look in the mirror and see what can I do better. And if he did so, that's to his credit. All right, that's definitely to his credit. That he looked in the mirror and asked himself, what can I do better? And one thing I did want to say, after the last game, we talked about, when Julius Randle said that we didn't come out even in warm-ups, even in shoot-around with the right energy, with the right mindset. We weren't prepared. He wasn't the only one who said that. There were other players who also said that. There were other players who also said that, the Knicks just weren't ready. Okay? Now, a lot of times that comes out of your post-game locker room speech by the coach, If you ever notice when you listen to interviews after the game, a lot of the players will bring up the same themes. They'll say the same things. A lot of times it's because of that post-game locker room speech by the coach. and they come together and they talk about certain things and everybody talks together. What did we do? What could we have done better? And blah, 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 blah. And then they come to a consensus, and then that's how they speak to everyone. Because you notice that everybody said that same thing. Although I'm not going to run it back. I still believe that he should have said, I, which I like. He did say that tonight. He said, I looked in the mirror. So we'll see how far that goes. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how far that goes. But let's listen to Coach Mike Miller. Hopefully the audio for this one, and it should be, the audio for this one should be better. Let's listen to Coach Mike Miller. Then we'll talk about Coach Mike Miller and, how he was able to help the team void off a 3-game. Well, they went on a 3-game losing streak, void off a 4-game losing streak. So the Knicks have now won. They're starting a new streak, hopefully. All right. And we'll see if they can duplicate this in Washington. I will be at the game. Let's hear Coach Mike Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
Defense tonight, I think they shot 27%. Just what do you see there?
Well, I like to start. I thought our guys, we played with great energy. I thought we really had a great focus. They're a very good offensive team. And I'm sure early they probably felt like they missed, some open looks and had some opportunities. But I really felt like we did a very good job how we started just making them go through us to make some plays. And I think that really helped us in the beginning. It got us off to a great start. And I just, I love the effort that we played with and how connected we were tonight.
You preach consistency all the time since you've taken over. You talk about consistency. How do you explain what you saw Monday to today?
Well, the games are so different, as you know. I mean, game to game, and things can be different. I mean, in the game Monday, we got off to a great start. We just didn't sustain it, and so tonight I was just really pleased because we played a very good. I've been watching them play offense for the last 2 days. They're a very good offensive team, and they hit you so many different ways. So I was happy that as you go in, you play a team that good, you have to try to slow them down somehow.
Did you feel there was a focus from the morning on, a lot of attention to detail this morning, session with them this morning?
Well, it was a little bit longer because we were off, but I mean, our shoot-arounds are all about attention to detail. That's what we really need. The shoot-arounds are pretty much the same every day. Every time there's a game, we do the same things, and we focus on about 3 areas.
What have you seen from Julius these last 2 games?
He was outstanding. He got us off to that great start. He made some tough shots, shot the ball well, but I thought he continued to play with force. I thought he was very poised. He rebounded the ball. I thought he played a complete game.
What about Mitchell Robinson? He came up with some dunks and some blocks to give you a lot early.
I thought he did a really good job. I'm talking about the early part of the game. He came in about 5 minutes into the game, and I thought he made some verticality plays, and I thought he made it difficult for people to get all the way to the rim.
Coach, when you're developing some of these young players, how much more important is it to have nights like this defense?
Looks like that's frozen for us. So we'll come back to Coach Mike Miller. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to that since
into the game
we kind of froze up. All right, well, and we'll see if we can get Mike Miller back on the talk. Let's see if we can get this going. No, looks like it ends right there. I don't know. Maybe they had some technical issues over at MSG. But anyway, Coach Mike Miller, ladies and gentlemen, helps lead the Knicks to a win over the Brooklyn Nets as the Knicks break a 3-game losing streak. And we'll see if they can continue this winning streak or bring this to a winning streak against the Washington Wizards on Saturday night. They play the Wizards Saturday night in Washington, D.C. at 8 p.m. And I will be there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the entire game because I got some family members there and all that kind of stuff. We trying to chill, but I'll be I'll be on. I'll be doing something. Good win for the Knicks tonight. They didn't shoot that well offensively. That's okay. But it was a very good win for the Knicks tonight. Good win. All right, so I'm going to get back to my group here. But before I do that, I do want to show you guys this Carmelo Anthony travel, because this is one of the funniest travels, ladies and gentlemen, that I ever seen. This is Melo talking about traveling, and travel's getting away in the NBA. And if you're just listening and you can't see this, then get on YouTube as soon as you can so you can see it. All right, this is Melo, one of the wildest travels I've ever seen. All right, let's check this out. This is versus Miami. All right, here we go. Check this. That is right there. I'm going to play it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One of the craziest travels that I ever seen. Picks the ball up, whoop, whoop, boop, 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 and then pulls it up. Talking about traveling, one of the craziest travels I ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's get back to the guys that's in the group chat. All right, see what these guys talking about here. And we'll get on with this, man. Let's see who we talking to here. I hear Mark running his mouth. Kareem is here. All right. So let me see. I'm going to get to Kareem first and see what's already in here. Then we'll get back to Mark. Kareem, what's going on, man?
What's up, Sam? Merry Christmas. I emailed you yesterday saying Merry Christmas, too.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, bro.
Definitely, man. Hey, yo, you know what's so crazy, Sim? You know what this game showed us?
What's that?
Most of these teams in the NBA, if you take the three ball away from them, they are crappy. They have no other skills but to just chuck up threes.
Yeah. Look, they shot 53s tonight, man. 53s.
Yeah, and they scored 82 points. That's crazy.
Right. 53s. They only took 78 shots. 78 shots.
Uh-huh.
50 of them were 3-point shots. It took 28 2-point shots. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's today's NBA, though, man. That's the way it goes in today's NBA.
And that's why I said when a lot of these teams get to the postseason, they don't go far. You got to have more than that in the postseason, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to have more than that.
You got to have more.
You know?
You got to have more.
But I love the way the Knicks played tonight. They bought it from the first quarter. I guess that was like some type of retribution for the way they played the previous game.
Yeah.
You know, but they played really great. This was their best defensive game this season.
Yeah, probably so. You know, I am going to say, the Nets missed some open shots. You know what I'm saying? And, they shot bad. 27% from the field. That's terrible. That's bad.
And 27% from three, right?
And 27% from three. That's bad. That's really bad. You know what I mean? So, some of it was the Knicks defense. Some of it was just the Nets being trashy tonight, too. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me get over here to
I think they missed the open ones because we threw their rhythm off. So when they got those open ones, they weren't making them either. They even missed a couple open layups, too.
Yeah. And, the Knicks had, like the Nets had time, had 3 games to prepare for the Knicks. The Knicks had 3 games, this was the 3rd game against the Nets. So they had some time to really analyze what they do, and try to make some changes, you know what I'm saying? Which is good. That's good. You like to see that they can make some changes and they can make adjustments and stuff like that. Mark, I'm coming to you, man. Then I'm going to get to some phone calls. What's good, Mark? Merry Christmas to you, man.
Yo, Merry Christmas, man. Listen, man. Yo, you really can't make this up with this team and the things that's just gonna. Yo, we need to get rid of those 2 guys out of office quick because I feel like they're gonna pull a trigger on somebody, and we're not gonna like it. That's all I'm gonna say. But other than that,
you said you need to get rid of who? The guys in the front office?
Yeah, I think they're going to do something really, really drastic, and we're not going to like it.
Okay, you let me into it. The perfect guy to talk to it about. All right, you let me into it.
Holy hell!
I already know what you're talking about. So you talking about the reports that came out that say that the Knicks' dream plan is to trade for Karl Anthony Towns? Is that what you're talking about?
No, scratch that. I'm not even. No, if I had the opportunity to go get that young thoroughbred, I will. But
okay. I was all ready to get into a little beef with you about it because I was about to say, hold up. I know that's not what you talk about because if they can go get Cat, that's what you do.
If we have the ability to get that young thoroughbred, when y'all watch him in the Timberwolves, it is not him. This dude is a talent, and that's someone we would need. But Sim. All I know that, Russell Westbrook might be on the trading block, and there's stories with him going around with Daryl Morey in the Knicks. And I feel like the Knicks is going to do something drastic because those two want to keep their jobs. And I swear to God,
Mark, don't say that. Don't say that. I do not want Russell Westbrook.
No. Hold on. I'm not even mad at Russell Westbrook, but this is what was said. They want to make a big three with Kevin Knox and Julius Randle.
Who said that?
What?
Who said that? Where'd you hear that? Who said that?
That is the rumor going around right now. And when I mean it's bubbling, I feel like the Knicks.
Rumor from who? Hold up. You saying Russell Westbrook? Who?
It's Russell Westbrook. This was the Knicks front office. This was coming out the Knicks front office. This is what's coming out. The Houston Rockets and the Knicks are talking about Russell Westbrook, RJ Barrett, Marcus Morris, and Bobby Portis, and a couple of picks for Russell Westbrook, so we can pair up, so we can have a big three with Randle and Knox. And the reason why that makes so much sense, who brung those guys in? Who drafted Knox? It is Scott Perry. Sam, I am afraid. It's like I'm giggling out of just like sheer madness. I don't even want to hear a rumor like that. They're talking about pairing up like Knox and Randle is significant to be a big three, and I'm afraid.
Hold on, but tell me where you're hearing this rumor. That's what I want to know. Tell me where, from who.
Hold on. Go on your Twitter and put in the search engine Russell Westbrook trade, and it's gonna be columns of this going on right now, bro.
I understand that about Russell Westbrook being traded. I know that, but I didn't see. I just seen it 5 minutes before I came on the show. The Knicks. That's what I'm trying to see. And who said it?
It's like one of those things where when a team want to get some out, it's one of those kind of rumors. But it's one of those rumors where, number one, Ryan Russillo talked about it today, that Daryl Morey is looking to trade Russell Westbrook because he don't fit with what they do.
Well, yeah, I seen that he's looking to trade Russell Westbrook. I'm just looking to see where somebody said it was to the Knicks. Was it somebody's just, hey, I have an idea? Or is it like something that is legitimate? That's what I'm looking to understand.
Hold on, I can't. I will tell you when you come back around, I'll get the information, I'll tell you. But for that to come out, just because that's how things work in the NBA. Just like how they're talking about they're looking to trade Frank. Sometimes teams put out certain things out just to put it out there. That's what they do. And for Daryl Morey is one of those dudes. He will trade Russell Westbrook. And this is the perfect team for Houston to dupe us for assets. To bring to Houston, to use that again to double and to get more players for Houston Rockets. And the thing is, for them to say Randle and Knox, those are Perry's picks, and the type of turmoil that we're in because those two want to keep their jobs, and I don't trust them. So for that to come out, I don't care where it came from, for it to come out, period.
But you gotta care where it came from because it could have been somebody just talking junk, man. But
and Daryl Morey has a great relationship with Dolan. A lot of people don't know that. Dolan really loves Daryl Morey, man. He really, really loves Daryl Morey, man. I am afraid. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. But I want to talk about the cat situation because I've been waiting to talk about that. Listen.
Yeah, so hold up. Give me 1 second. Give me one second. All right. Give me 1 second, and then we can get into the whole cat situation.
All right.
All right. So
listen.
this is reported from Mark Berman, and who is,
he's
Mark,
very saucy,
Berman
bro.
is Berm. That's Berm, right? But for the most part, I think he's legitimate. Sometimes his takes, I think, are whack, but he's pretty much legitimate.
Yeah. You got to read between the lines with these guys.
Yeah. So Mark Berman says this. He says the Knicks could eye Karl Anthony Towns and search for a superstar. Karl Anthony Towns is one guy that I think will come to the Knicks. I really do. Okay?
He's from Jersey.
I think he's one guy. So now, one individual has spoken to that. One individual, this is Mark Berman, ladies and gentlemen, who has spoken to Team Brass, told the Post, the front office still clings to the hope its cap flexibility will pay dividends down the road, even though the upcoming free agent landscape looks bleak because of Anthony Davis's rousing success with the Lakers. In the dream scenario, the Knicks, according to the source, envision being in good position to make a blockbuster trade for a star player who could grow disgruntled with his current situation.
Yeah, because he wants to win it, and that roster just stinks. Like, when you watch the Timberwolves, they just stink. This kid is putting up all worldly numbers and can't get a sign of help. It is pathetic.
So, according to this source, all right, the Knicks, they're looking at players like a Bradley Beal, which we talked about before, a Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, not looking but watching those situations. But somebody that they're really, really, really watching and monitoring is local product, Karl Anthony Towns. Right? He's 24 years old. He just signed a max extension during the summer.
On a great deal.
Right? On a nice deal. He's one guy.
He's worth every penny.
We talk about how will the Knicks land a star. He's one guy, in my opinion, if he was a free agent, he would seriously consider coming to the Knicks. He's a local guy. He's had connections with the Knicks in the past when he was in high school doing,
he's from Jersey,
those
man.
interviews and all that kind of stuff. He's a guy that I think could end up being in New York or would end up being in New York. Or if he became disgruntled, the Knicks could trade for him. That's one person that I think, and I've said it before, that I think there's a possibility there. You know what I mean?
Any Knicks fan that rebuttal, don't go and get him. I don't know what are y'all smoking. This kid splits is 50, 45, damn near 90. Like, efficiently. 14 rebounds a game, damn near 14 a game, over 25. One of the most polished, young, thoroughbreds. And you got to look at it as this. There's no one on the Knicks roster that have that type of potential that Karl Anthony Towns has now, and he's not even in his prime. He's nowhere near his prime, so there's room for him to get more better.
Okay. Let me sell you a pipe dream.
Go ahead.
Since we talk about pipe dreams,
he's just a trickle effect. He's a trickle effect.
So listen. So since the Knicks are looking at, let me say the Knicks. Since the Knicks are looking at dream scenarios.
I got the Bradley Beal situation.
And Karl Anthony Towns, by the way, he averages 26.5 points, 11.4 rebounds a game, 4.4 assists, 1.3 blocks. And he's shooting 51.4% from the field. He's shooting 41.8% from three.
I'm 4% off. My bad. But when he's shooting
that's what he's doing tonight.
It.
I mean, that's what he's doing this season. 6'11", 248. Okay. Let me ask you this, though.
Go ahead.
What about putting D'Angelo Russell, Devin Booker, and Karl Anthony Towns together?
Right,
that report came out a couple months back that they'd like to play with each other.
All right, check this. See, that D'Lo situation is going to be bleak for us because Golden State, if they're doing anything to trade that guy, they're going to trade that guy for established player. So this D'Lo situation, let's cut it out because Golden State ain't gonna do no type of deal. Because when you think about their timeline is when Steph and Clay come back. So they're gonna look for a established young player to put behind Clay, Steph, and Dre, and they
But
go
you know
from
what?
there.
I think I disagree with you. I think. Hold on, listen. I think that their grand plan is to make enough room to make a run at Giannis. And
so let's do what I'm saying.
D'Angelo Russell's salary is kind of like a cap holder to me. I feel like it's a cap holder. And what their plan is to do, in my opinion, is to move D'Angelo Russell, bring back players that are going to free up cap space, plus a first-round pick, plus a young player. That's what I think their plan is to do with D'Angelo Russell.
Because this all they got to do. Because there's a couple of things that Golden State want to do. Because D'Lo to the Wolves could be a valuable. I heard they want to swap Wiggins with D'Lo because they think Wiggins will he'll be able to work in the system. So that's one of the most valuable things that can happen. That's written down. But when you think about the Giannis thing, remember Steph Curry's deal comes off by the time 2020, 2021. So that's the cap space they're gonna have. So they could
but they're gonna want to they'll want to put Steph Curry with Giannis.
Hold on. Yeah, but they can always sign Steph after they land the big fish. So what they would do with the Bucks is a signing trade to absorb Giannis. That's what they would do.
I mean, they could do they could do that. Yes, they could do that.
They're gonna
do that.
They're gonna do that because because
but
I don't think Giannis is gonna walk from them. I don't think Giannis is gonna walk from them. He's not just gonna walk from like how KD was about to walk away from Golden State. I don't think Giannis is going to do that to the Bucks organization. So if anything, I don't think we're not the facility for D'Lo. So I want to scratch that. The only person who I feel that we're able to get that's next if we land Karl-Anthony Towns, it is Devin Booker. It is Devin Booker.
Well, I mean, that could be too.
And I'd rather Devin Booker over D'Lo. If I could get Devin Booker and Karl-Anthony Towns in New York, I think when I watch Devin Booker, to me, he has the fire. He has the will to play here, the right way. That the type of fervor that I would that I could see from a night-to-night basis that don't want to fail. That's the thing. D'Lo is cool, but he's not. For me, he's not that impactful. Just like when you watch Brooklyn tonight, what do they do? What do they do that's so good about their team?
Well, they're doing it. They do enough to have a winning record, and we don't. They do that. But hey, Mark, let me get you some phone calls, and I'm gonna come back to you. All right. But obviously, it's a pipe dream to get all three of those guys. If we could, Karl-Anthony Towns to me would be the central piece, and then if you can get another one of those guys, that would be cool. Obviously, as it is right now. I don't know if we're in a situation to do anything like that. Minnesota's probably not going to give up Karl-Anthony Towns. Minnesota probably is going to be looking to add one of those guys, D'Lo or what's his name, to their roster. So, most likely, and when you look at Karl-Anthony Towns, when you look at his contract, the Minnesota Timberwolves are probably like, we got this guy. He's killing the league on a nice contract. Andrew Wiggins is playing well. We have time to put some pieces around him. So, it's going to be up to Karl-Anthony Towns whether or not he gets disgruntled if he puts himself out there on the market. Then the Knicks got to be able to have the assets at that time to make a move. So, obviously, these are pipe dreams. They're pipe dreams. You know what I'm saying? They're pipe dreams. So, that is what it is. I do want to ask Isaiah. I want to ask you a question, Isaiah, real quick before I get to some phone calls. Is Isaiah there? Guess he's not. I'll come back to him. Let me get to a couple phone calls, and I'll come back to Isaiah. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, man. How are you this evening, man? I'm enjoying the show this evening.
How are you?
I thought you weren't going to be on tonight, man. I thought you said I got here late because I just happened to see you. I thought you weren't going to be down tonight.
Yeah, no. I'm on tonight. Tomorrow night is iffy. I wanted to call the game from the game. I usually do that when I go to the games. But I'm gonna be there with my in-laws and everything, and we're gonna be kind of just spending some time together. So I don't know if I'm gonna fully call the game. You know what I mean? What I might do is a little something before the game, little preview before the game, then a little preview after the game or something like that. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, enjoy your family down there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm on tonight, and hopefully, I'll be able to do a game preview tomorrow. I don't know. I got practice early in the morning, and then when we come back, we got some other things planned. If I can get a game preview in, though, I'll get one in.
All right, good. That's good. Listen, there's a couple of things. The Knicks winning tonight, to me, I couldn't be happier. And I don't mean to sound like a bitter Knicks fan, but I got to tell you, I'm so tired of this Brooklyn Nets stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's all so contrived to me. I know they got no history. I know they're trying to do something over there, but I just feel like I could be. And no disrespect to people from Jersey who are Net fans. I get it. You travel with your team, whatever. But I just feel like there's like a lot of these Net fans are people who couldn't get Knicks tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like it just drives me insane. So I don't know why I let it bother me so much. So I was just so happy just to get that win tonight. It felt like a playoff game to me, at least, in what hasn't been a great season. I just wanted to ask you a question, though, and I heard you with the last caller, who I thought, you brought up some interesting things. But, the thing with Karl Anthony Towns, of course, you can get a top 5 big man like that. You grab him. But the price, don't you think the price is going to be exorbitant because he's on a nice deal? He's like you pointed out all the reasons why Minnesota wants him, right? He's in the first year of a deal. Minnesota's going to have to be motivated. And I don't know, if Karl Anthony Towns is the kind of guy, and I'd hate to think he is the type of guy who's going to start jaking it, oh, my shoulders hurt, my back, do whatever it takes to get out of Minnesota. And absent something like that, that price is going to be big. And it just seems, and I'm not saying you don't try to get him. I'm just saying at what cost? Because to me, we have so many pieces we're missing. You know what I mean? There's so many things that we have to develop. And I just wonder if the price, again, someone would tell me, hey, you get a generational talent, you do what you got to do to get it. And I'm not, that might not be wrong, but I just wonder how big the price would be. What do you think the price would be to get Karl Anthony Towns, particularly this early in that deal?
Yeah, it'd be a lot. It's not going to be a little. I can guarantee you that. It's going to take, it's going to take. Whew,
I'm not giving up RJ, man. I mean, I love that kid.
Listen. It's going to take. Let's put it like this: Karl Anthony Towns, he's on his max extension.
Yes.
Right. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up right now just to be sure of his contract. But let me get that to you real quick. I want to make sure I got his contract right as I'm reading it out. Because let's see. Okay, Karl Anthony Towns right now with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he makes $27.2 million this season, $29.4 next season, $31.6 in 2021-22, $33.8 in 22-23, and then $36 in 23-24. So it's actually not bad for someone who is already averaging 26 points, 26 and 11, shooting 50% from the field, 41% from three. That's not bad for someone who you think would be your franchise piece, right? So what would it take?
Those are nice.
Right. So what would it take to get a guy like that? You're going to be giving up an arm and a leg, man. You're going to be giving up a lot. And then look, you would want, the idea would be to put Karl Anthony Towns with RJ Barrett, right? Obviously Minnesota would probably, that'd be the first guy they probably ask for is RJ Barrett. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Listen, when I first read read what's his name from the Post when he put that out there. Listen, that's obviously an agent whispered that out there, and these guys grab anything, and he's got to write something, right? So he puts that in the paper, and he gets people excited, clicks for Knicks or Knicks for clicks, whatever they call it on Twitter. But, to me, when you think about the deal, I say to myself, man, can you imagine having that cat, and then you have Mitch developing into an elite rim protector, and then you have RJ. But then, like you said to myself, well, we have to give to get. And again, he's done such a franchise-friendly deal. Relative, obviously, be $30 million is not light money, but relative to the stars in the NBA and for what he gives you. And he's 24 years old, so the kid's going to be here. You assume if you get a kid at 24, 25 like him, particularly the way he plays, that kid for the next 5-6 years, can be a cornerstone piece. But, in my opinion, again, I'm not an NBA evaluator. I'm just a, fan that watches on TV. And maybe I'm overstating it, and maybe you guys are going to kill me in the chat for saying this, but I think R.J. Barrett, right now is a cornerstone piece. And in my mind, he's there. He's the last big piece. We haven't had a cornerstone player like him since Patrick. And to me, whether it's Willis Reed, whether it was Bernard, whether it was Clyde, whether it was Patrick, we haven't had that many in the last 50 years. And this kid is one of them. And I would hate to have to give him up. But I think RJ would be the beginning of any such deal to get that type of player. And I'm not so sure. And I heard the last caller brought up D'Lo. And I agree with him on Booker, by the way. I think that kid's a monster. But, I just, it all sounds great when we're sitting here, talking, but I think it's more dreaming. And I just think, while it's great to talk about, I think, and I'm happy with, by the way, more of what we saw tonight. Not just that we won, but this was what I thought the year was going to be. I thought we were going to have a 30-win team where you were going to have a kid like RJ didn't have a great night tonight. Knox didn't have a great night, but Mitch did. But the young kids played, right? They got experience. But we had enough veteran leadership this evening to keep us competitive. And I thought this was the patience we were being asked to give as Knicks fans, and this is what I'm prepared to give. You know what I'm saying? I just want a competitive team. I want to see the kids play. Kids play poorly. You and I have discussed this a lot over the last week. Knox is still a young kid. Even Randall's only 24 years old, So we have to take our lumps with these players when they're having bad nights. But I think, unfortunately, I don't say unfortunately, but I think that's really what we're set up to do. You know what I'm saying? I think this is what we have. And I agree with everyone who says we have to get, and if you can get a generational talent, you do what it takes to get them. But I just think we're missing so many pieces, and the price would be so, so, so expensive that unless, Cat says, listen, I'm going to the Knicks, and I'll do whatever it takes to get to the Knicks. And I'm not sure he's built that way. I'm not sure he's that kind of guy.
I don't think so either.
But unless he's prepared to do something like that, we may never get our hands on him. Listen, if I don't talk to you again, have a very good New Year, right?
Well, let me ask you one question before you get out of here.
I'm sure it's going to continue to be very good in 2020. Have a nice night.
Well, let me ask you one question before you get out of here. One question.
Yeah, sure.
One question. Karl Anthony Towns is averaging 26.5 points, 11.7 rebounds per game. Right? Shooting 51% from the field, 41.8% from three, 4.4 assists per game as well. Anytime in his career where RJ Barrett give you those stats. Now, we're just talking about stats. We're not talking about heart. We're not talking about mentality. We're talking about stats. Will he give you that?
Probably not. But that's, you raise a good point. But, he's not that type of player. But what we, he's going to defend better than Cat can defend, right? And, and I'm not knocking Cat's boards, but let's be honest, Cat specializes in them 15-foot rebounds. For a big man, he's not getting you. And listen, I don't watch them night to night. I might watch the Timberwolves 6 times this year. So I'm not too hyped on those rebounding numbers because I don't think those are those aren't Taj Gibson rebounds he's getting you. So I'm not. But those offensive numbers, those are elite offensive numbers, and I don't know if we're going to get there with RJ. But and again, I could be wrong. And I think you raised an excellent point. But again, you watched a lot of ball. I know I watched a lot of ball. I haven't seen too many guys come through here, with what this kid's got. You know what I mean? With RJ's got. I just haven't seen it, man. I just haven't seen it. And it's to me, and I could be wrong again. I wish we had gotten him as a third-year player out of college as opposed to a one-year player. I think he'd be farther along. But I don't know. I just think, and people can disagree with me, I think this kid is the best young player we've had since Patrick. And,
I'm with you. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Hey, I appreciate your call, man.
He reminds me of, I was already, Clyde was already at the end of his reign when I can remember watching, like in 75 or whatever, 76, he was already, whatever. But, he reminds me of a guy who's going to be a winner, who can defend, who's going to be able to board for you. And like I said, I could be wrong because I said what you just said about Cat, man. The reality is those numbers are elite, especially as
right, exactly. Those numbers are elite, and I agree with you about R.J. Barrett. You never know, R.J. Barrett. He may not give you those numbers, but some of the things he has inside is going to be worth the price of admission, man. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, what's going on, Sim? How's it going?
What's up
man?
with you, bro? Talk to me, man. Talk to me about this win. Talk to me.
Yeah, it was a good win, man. The defense obviously was great. Randall Morris, played really well. But can I talk about this the Towns rumor for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I would not do it because he's a big man in today's league. How many teams are winning or going far in the playoffs because of their center? You know what I mean? It's such a guard in a wing league. I'm gonna give up all my young assets and picks for a center. That's just how I feel about it. What's he ever won? Has he ever made the playoffs? He puts up great numbers. Don't get me wrong. But that's not the type of guy I would trade all my young assets for. You know what I mean?
Listen. Karl Anthony Towns is really good, man. He's really good. He's really, really good. He's really good. And he's going to continue to get better. He's only 24 years old, man. He's really good.
Yeah, I know.
He's really good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes with, we'll see. That's all a pipe dream, looking forward into the future. You know what I mean? And hoping that
and then
the
you
Knicks,
mentioned, Russell and Booker. I mean, that would kind of be like playing street ball. Three guys who put up numbers, and then they're going to give up even more numbers on the other end. Because none of those three are defensive players. So
okay, I agree with you there.
And they give up 135, man. That's how I would feel about it. If that ever happened, that trio.
I definitely agree with you there. You'd have to do something on the defensive end.
On offense, but on defense, that's a whole another story. You need a few Mitches out there to help out. On D. With those three, as fun as they are to watch, they could score, but those three don't defend anything, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you. Hey, my man, I appreciate the call. I'm trying to get to some people. All right, man.
All right.
Later.
All right, man. Peace.
Let's get somebody. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's up, sir?
Hey, what's going on, man? I had three guys in a row. All three of you guys almost sound alike. Really. You guys might, maybe you guys sound like you could be related. But yeah, hit me with it, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm just happy. I'm happy about tonight's win. Really happy. I like. It's the thing about this Mike Miller guy. I mean, he's getting these guys to play and do things that are pretty special. I mean, what was it? The game against Atlanta scored the most points we ever scored in 39 years, and then tonight we held Brooklyn to under. What was it? 8 or 9 inside 2-point shots all night.
Yeah.
The first time since 3-point line was invented that's happened.
Well, they shot
that's,
the Nets shot like 28 2-point shots tonight.
Yeah, no, the Nets shoot a lot of threes, but they only hit. I think it was like a record. They only hit like 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty crazy. That's like above average defense. That's shutdown stuff. I mean.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I'm not going overboard on that because I feel like some of it was the Nets. Not, of course, we played good defense. I'm not saying we didn't play good defense, but I think some of that was the Nets too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they didn't help themselves, but I mean, it's just a sign of really good defense. They shut down a high-scoring, high-tempo team. They they put, Dinwiddie in check, and they did what they had to do. I like that sign. I mean, I guess to get with everybody else. That article didn't say we were getting Karl-Anthony Towns anytime soon. It said they were monitoring his progress because
it just said they're monitoring the situation. They're just monitoring the situation, and
yeah, I mean, we're jumping out of the window over there. And that Westbrook, that's somebody on Twitter trying to get a bunch of likes and get a bunch of retweets.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about
I can't believe
Westbrook.
That.
If they did that, there's some serious issues. They got to both be canned. But hey, I appreciate you, man.
No, thank you very much.
All right, have a good one, man. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the guys here, and then I'm gonna head up out of here. All right. See what's going on here. Nate, I'm coming to you, bro. Before I do that, hold on one time. Before I do that, let me say this. Big shout out to my man, City for Real. Thank you for the super chat. All right, so I gotta make sure that I shout him out. Hit me with the super chat earlier, $10 super chat. Said Simmons feels good to get a W, especially against the Nets. I thought we would find a way to lose the game, and I was hoping we didn't find a way to lose the game. Glad we did not find a way to lose the game. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to the Knicks tonight for getting that win versus the Nets. All right. Nate, I'm coming to you, brother.
Hey, yeah, man. I didn't watch the game because I was pretty much out about all day. But I saw some of the highlights and I was looking at the scores back and forth, and it looks like the Knicks are in command pretty much the whole game. And
pretty much.
That's impressive. Against a Nets team who is not bad. I mean, Dinwiddie's playing pretty good. And on top of that, it was on the road. But if anything, anytime you can get a road victory against a winning team, that's always a good barometer for a young team going forward. So I was happy to see that. Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't watch the game, but I know Randall had 33. Who else really shined in the game that you saw?
Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris also played well.
Marcus Morris, he bounced back.
Yeah, he had like 22 points. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
And Barrett didn't do too hot.
Nah, he wasn't hitting tonight.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Sim. Because I was kind of thinking about this. I was watching the Christmas games. I don't know if you caught any of those Christmas games. I was watching Toronto when they were playing Boston, and I think one of the announcers made a comment saying that Fred VanVleet is going to be a free agent at the end of the season, I believe. Now, I don't know if he's restricted or unrestricted. What do you think about the Knicks making a run at him?
I think, if Fred VanVleet was available, he may be someone that would be good for the Knicks. Now, can he be a lead? Can he be the lead point guard by himself? You'd have to see. You'd be taking a chance, but that kid can ball.
Would you pay him $15 million?
Would I pay him $15 million a year? Yeah, I think I'd pay Fred VanVleet $15 million a year. We're paying Bobby Portis $15 million a year.
That's going to probably be the going rate for him.
Say that again?
I think that's what's going to be the going rate for him if he is a free agent. He's probably looking somewhere around the $15-16 million a year mark. I would imagine.
I mean, maybe. I mean, listen, we're paying Bobby Portis $15 million a year.
Right.
Okay. I don't see why they wouldn't pay if Fred VanVleet was available and was willing to sign with the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why they wouldn't pay Fred VanVleet $15 million.
I think he's restricted. I don't know if he's restricted or unrestricted, but I think he's gonna. His contract's up at the end of the season. And
Let me see. I tell you right now. Talking about Fred VanVleet. Yes, he makes $9 million. He makes $9.3 million this year, and his contract is up at the end of the season.
There you go. So he is going to be available, because he's going to be looking for pay. And they still got Lowry. And I don't know how long Lowry's on the books for them. But, man, dude, I'd love to see him in the
Kyle Lowry makes $33 million this year, $30 million next year. Who knows? But I think they'd be looking to keep Fred VanVleet around.
But he wants to start.
Yeah, and he might get that chance when Kyle Lowry's contract is up.
Yeah, but
because they may be looking to reboot.
He'd be 27 by the time he gets to finally start. Well, I don't know. I think if the Knicks can come in with some mad money, I mean, I don't know what kind of money they'd offer him, but man, I'd love to see him run the Knicks show, man, because the guy is heady. He's a good passer. He can score. He's kind of short, which kind of sucks, but I mean, the guy plays bigger than his size, and I'd love to see him and Barrett play together, man. I think that would be a fun tandem to watch.
Nah, he's good, man.
10 years.
He's good. I like Fred VanVleet. I like that. He's good. He's a good ball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Nate. Let me get back around here for 1 minute. Where's Isaiah? I'm looking for Isaiah, man. I want to ask him a question. He's running. He's scared. He's hiding right now. Mark, go ahead, man.
Listen, I like Fred VanVleet too, but I'm not paying him 15 to be my starting point guard. He looks good for Toronto because they have a collection of talent that are better than him, so he's a perfect fit for them. But to actually, because he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid, and he's looking for not just a 2-year deal. He's looking for a multiple year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not signing him to come play in New York to be my starting point guard. He isn't that elite as a point guard. He's a role player that is very, very good. When you have a collection of talented players, which Toronto has, the Knicks are not in that situation to be signing Fred VanVleet for 15 plus because he's making 9 now. What you think he gonna make when he off his deal?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if it was 15 million, I think that could end up being a decent deal for him. If it was 15 million,
no. It's a decent deal for Toronto. Not for the
I don't know,
Knicks.
man. I think he's legit. I think he can legit play basketball.
Yeah, but you don't rely on him every night. Toronto don't rely on him every night. That's the thing. If he comes to play for the Knicks, we would have to rely on him every night for a 5'10", 5'11" point guard. No. If he was someone of Kemba Walker, then that's a little different. I'm not paying him 15 to be my starting point guard with this collection of talent that the Knicks have.
All right. I mean, that's all right. That's your opinion. Go ahead. What else was you gonna say?
Oh, and people. All right. So if there's a possibility that Cat do want to come here, do Knicks fans understand that everyone will be on the trading block for that kid? Like, people talking about keep with him or RJ. RJ is our most valuable, one of our most valuable pieces that have something that teams would want. He's gonna go if Cat is gonna be available to us. People gotta. There's no way in hell someone would have RJ and say, "Yo, this town's over there," and decline that trade because they want to keep RJ. No, I don't think RJ has the talent of Karl Anthony Towns. He's not offensively polished like him. He can't really shoot better than Karl Anthony Towns. He can't. He cannot.
No. And I don't know if he will ever shoot that well.
No. You know what I say? I say RJ's going to be a really, really good player. But is he going to be Karl Anthony Towns type of player where you could surround a team around him? No, he's going to be a good piece around a player like Karl Anthony Towns. And people keep again, there's value in our players, bro. Do you realize there was something going around? There was someone on Bleacher Report that's talking about Lonzo for Kevin Knox. Did you know that Knox, we would have to give a first-round pick to get Lonzo? That's how much people don't value Knox. So people got to stop with this Knox.
Bro, we're not giving up a first-round pick to get Lonzo Ball.
Oh, no,
man.
I'm not. I'm not even looking at Lonzo. Why would I be swapping the same players?
Yeah, you're not.
In temperament.
Not doing that.
Do you see their temperament?
We're not doing that at all. We're not giving up a first-round pick for Lonzo Ball. It's not happening.
That's how teams think of the Knicks. Like they could just say, listen, the Knicks have to give up this for us to take on their young
but how
players.
do you know that they said that?
Bleacher Report said it. I read it from Bleacher Report.
But bro, they're talking about sources though. I mean, just like with Mark Berman and Karl Anthony Towns are sources, man.
But Sam, doesn't that how trades develop? They put out sources, and then
sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
Okay.
Sometimes
just like
they
when
do.
Trades happen, right? They say, "Oh, he could be on the trading block," and then what would happen? The player would end up getting traded. So I'm just going off what the temperament of.
But listen, all I'm gonna say to you is don't look at any of this stuff as fact when it's coming from a source. Just look at it that it's coming from a source.
I don't trust the Knicks. I don't trust the Knicks, and I don't trust.
But all I'm saying to you, regardless if you trust the Knicks or not, I'm just saying don't look at this stuff as fact, man. And when you look at all of this stuff as facts, you know what I'm saying? That's how everything is convoluted, and the fans hear think one thing and actually something else happened because people look at this stuff as facts, as sources. That's all I'm saying.
Sam,
don't take it as gospel.
Listen, again, I listen to what you just said. I'm just applying that I don't trust this organization. They are in desperate mode where those two want to save their job. So I think if any of those players come to their mind and they're able to get them, I think they will pull the trigger, just like how Steve Mills pulled the trigger on Tim Hardaway so he could keep his job from David Griffin. So again, I'm just on my toes. I'm just on my toes about it. I'm just applying it to the fans. Because like I said the other night, the Knicks have a better chance of beating Brooklyn than the Washington Wizards. And look what happened. I'm just saying.
All right. Well,
just put it out there. Just put it out there.
Okay.
But I'm just putting it out there. But people got to understand.
I'm just saying too. Like, let's not get in too much of. I mean, just remember that they're rumors. That's it.
Sam,
just remember that it's rumors. Just remember that it's rumors.
One thing I got to give you, you're one of the most calmest Knicks fans I've ever seen in my life. Well, also subtle gullible to this organization. I know we all have that same way about us when it comes to this organization. But again, you have to tread on the negative side when it comes to this team because they've been bad and they've been displaying.
I get it. I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's why, you understand that they made some bad decisions, but if you constantly just looking at what other sources and what other people are saying, then you're gonna make yourself crazy.
But not even that. Hold on. Not even that.
That's like Mark. If you got a lady.
This team makes me crazy
Listen what I'm saying. If you have a lady, right, but you base everything off of what your friends say or what her friends say, you base everything off of that, and then you come to her like, well, you said this and blah blah blah, and this happened and that happened, but you heard it from all these outside sources, from friends, from her friends, from her friends' friends, from her cousin's best friend, and all that stuff. Then you just causing trouble in your own relationship.
But hold on,
you feel what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Hold on, Sim. The Knicks been acts of doing desperate moves, so they have a long history sheet where I could say.
I get it. I'm just saying, don't stress yourself out.
Now, if Shorty had a long history, if Shorty didn't have a history, then I'm just going crazy. But this team does things, and it just makes you. It just makes you.
I know. But what I'm saying, is you stressing yourself out. You bringing stress upon yourself. Bringing stress upon yourself. Like you sitting home holding your noggin because you read something on Twitter that sounds like it could be plausible. And it may not even be real, but you over there stressing and holding your noggin.
Let me tell you something. When you got a gunslinger like Daryl Morey in any trade talks, and then you got the Knicks. I'm telling you, Daryl Morey is good friends with James Dolan. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right,
what I'm saying is, I'm not going crazy. I seen it.
I know.
finished
Listen,
watching
I've
Knicks
seen
game.
it too, man.
I
I've
didn't-
seen it too. Listen, the
seen
Knicks
it.
traded. The Knicks traded. I seen it too. The Knicks traded a first-round pick for Andre Bargnani, right?
Oh,
I seen it. I know. I get it. They traded first-round pick for Bargnani. So yes, I know what they've done. I get it.
And when that day happened, when they traded him, I never liked the Bargnani. He had talent where it's like, yo, could he really be this guy? But then again, it's like, no, he don't got it in his soul. But you know what? Listen, I was just applying it to y'all for people that didn't know, so I was just applying. I'm not going crazy, but still, it's in the corner of my mind. So if it does happen, I'm just gonna come on the show and I'm just gonna say, look what we did, Sim. Look what we did. Just look what we did. And I swear, just how desperate Steve Mills and Perry is of saving their job and the lengths they go to save their job. But when I heard that other statement where they said they want to create a big three with Randall and Knox, I just said those are Perry guys, because those are the guys Perry picked up. And Perry really believes in Randall. Perry really,
all right, man.
Honest truth. Perry really believes in Randall, and that scares me. That scares me.
All right.
But I'm gonna let you
We'll see
go.
what's gonna happen, man. We see
I'm gonna let
what's
you
gonna
go.
happen.
But listen, y'all be on y'all seats, because I told y'all the Knicks had a better chance beating Brooklyn than the Wizards. And look what happened.
Let's hope that they can come out and do something against the Wizards, man. We said we wanted them to get two or three.
I said one out of three. I'm just the predict guy.
We were hoping. I don't know about all that, but we was hoping that the Knicks could get two of the three. They're 1-1. Let's see if they can get another one. Where's Isaiah? What's Isaiah doing? I just see a pink wall, man. I'm about to take him out of here. I was trying to ask him a question. I was trying to ask Isaiah if he was taking his girl to the Maxwell and Vogue Jagged Edge Music Soul Child Mace Rotimi and Carl Thomas concert that's going to be at Barclays. I was trying to ask him, but I don't know what he's doing, because he likes to take his girl to the B2K. And, he goes there and you can see Isaiah dancing in the crowd surfing or something like that while he takes his girl to the B2K concert. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to see what he was trying to do. And he left to the pink wall. I don't know what Isaiah's doing, but I'm getting ready to head out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for being here with me. Before I do head out of here, though, I do want to remind you that just a couple of days from now, January 6th, on January 6th, I'm going to debut a new show that's going to be on Sportscaster, right? So please, and D Pleasy, but when I finish this, I'm going to talk to you in a minute. Please, on Sportscaster, beginning January 6th, I am going to start a new show. It's called Knicks Weekly, and it's just going to sum up everything that happened with the Knicks the previous week. All right, so I'm hoping that you guys will join me there. I'm putting the link in the chat right now where you can click on that link and follow me on Sportscaster. Okay, it's going to begin Monday, and it's going to be every Monday at 10 a.m. Every Monday at 10 a.m. on Sportscaster. Okay, every Monday at 10 a.m. on Sportscaster is going to be called Knicks Weekly, where we're going to break down everything that happened with the Knicks that week. All right. So go ahead and follow me at Sportscaster, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm heading out of here. Going to chill, hang out with my family, watch some movies, TV, whatever, we'll see what they're doing in there. All right. I will be on, I don't know, I'm going to try to do a game preview tomorrow. I'll try to fit it in with everything else that's going on. I'm going to be at the Knicks Wizards game on Saturday. Begins at 8 o'clock. It's in Washington, D.C. I'll be at the game. I'll jump on probably before the game and then after the game. During the game, I usually try to call it, but I'm not going to be able to do it this time. All right. I'm going to be, hanging out with the fam. I know you guys get me. All right. So I'm heading out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get some quick last words from everybody that's in the video chat, and then I'm out of here. All right. So, Mark, I'm coming to you, man. Give me some last words real quick, and then I'm gone. Go ahead, Mark. Give me some last words, man, before I get out of here.
Listen, man. Great win tonight. You know, it's always cool to get a win just to ease our brains and our testosterone, you know, as men. But you know, I hope we continue this, and I just hope that this organization don't hurt my feelings because I'm already sour with this team as it is. So you know, I'm good on the win. I'm cool, but I just don't like when rumors are out there and we have desperate front office presidents and general manager, and I just feel like they will do something very, very something I wouldn't like and that we wouldn't like, and then we'll be on this show arguing, yelling at each other, and regretting that we was ever New York Knicks fans. So listen, man. I just want to tell the fans in the chat this. Yeah, you know, I seen it on Twitter, but this account has 200,000, and it looks very, very, very knowing what they're talking about. So if this does
what's
come
the
out,
account?
Hold on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give it to you right now. I'm gonna give you the name because you're not gonna see my face right now. It's called Hoop Central.
Hoop Central. Okay.
Yes, and you know why it was so. You know why it's kind of. You know why why it kind of sounded kind of true, because I was listening to the Ryan Russillo show today, and he was talking about Westbrook being traded, being on the trading block, and he is good friends. He's good friends with Daryl Morey. They have shows together. Like they're friends. Like they communicate. And for him to even say, after getting Russell Westbrook after not even 6 months, and then for him to be on the trading block again, remember Daryl Morey told him Chris Paul was going to be traded. And what happened? Chris Paul got traded. I'm just saying that. Listen, Ryan Russillo, he's very credible. He's very, very credible with Daryl Morey. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying he's very credible with Daryl Morey. And something can happen.
But he's not the one saying that the Knicks might be a trading partner.
No, but listen.
It's Hoop Central.
But hold on. Yeah, Hoop Central. It's very credible. That's a very, very credible account. It's just like House of Highlights. It's just like Sideline.
I get it. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Look. Just because they got 240,000, followers,
they doing something right, Sim. Let me tell you something. If these accounts are lying, people are not going to follow you. That's just how it is. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Just because they got that, they could have bought their followers. You don't know. Guillermo, take us out. Give me some last words, man.
Yeah, man. Sim, good game tonight, man. I'm happy what we saw tonight, man. Especially defensively, like I said, the pick and roll defense. I don't know if it was chosen or they did on purpose, but what they did with your man Dinwiddie, it was excellent. They basically embarrassed the Nets defensively. I was really impressed. I don't know who we play next. I didn't check the schedule.
Play the Wizards next tomorrow, Saturday night.
Play the Wizards.
Play the Wizards again, yeah.
So yeah, it got to be a way better show than last time. If we learn anything defensively, if we're grown as a team defensively, you got to stop all those other. I don't know if they're missing how many starters again, but again, if Bradley Beal wants to kill us, shooting 13 for 34 again, make sure no one else is doing anything. Ish Smith can't give in his 15. There other guys can be hitting open threes and stuff. So defense, offensively, we're still playing very ISO. Got to play more off ball, but that's just going to probably come with it in the off season. Share the ball around. I think awareness, Randall. If you don't have it for tonight, don't try to force an ISO. Push the ball around. Quicker decisions. But yeah, we got to play way better defense against the Wizards, man. We can't let up because again, the Nets are a better team than the Wizards. But we won tonight, so what it is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see what happened last game versus the Wizards. We don't know how many of those guys might be coming back. Their main guys might be coming back or whatever it is. But they got that powerful offense. You know what I'm saying? The defense not that great, but they got a powerful offense. And even tonight, when we played very well, our offense still wasn't great, right? We only shot 40% from the field and scored 90 whatever points. Like you said earlier, our offense still wasn't great. So now we're going to go play against a team that has a powerful offense. You know what I'm saying? One of the top 5 rated offenses in the league.
Can I say one thing, though? I know people might kill me. They're very subtle. Very subtle. But I like the last 2 games I saw him play him, Trier. Trier made some subtle improvements in terms of quicker decisions, in terms of getting rid of the ball, not being a black hole, driving to the basket, pushing it, and not being this pure ISO player. The last 2 games, even though the numbers may not show, guys, if you guys go back, Trier has been playing better within the system, whatever the system may be in terms of decision making. He's not. So I give it to Trier. I don't know if it's an attitude change. I don't know if his mom, if she's watching tonight, I don't know if you talked to him, but Trier has been better, been playing a little bit better. Now the numbers aren't there yet, but I think that once they start playing a little bit more and they trust him a little bit more, he might start to show up. But I like what I saw from.
I mean, they got to play him. He didn't play any minutes tonight, so.
Yeah, but I like. Oh, I guess maybe not this last game, but the last 2 games we played. I like what I saw from Trier, but I don't know if you guys talked about it. But yeah, it's very subtle, but hopefully he can continue to improve and make some. I think he had like a 3 or something.
Yeah.
Last game.
Well, listen. They are vulnerable in the paint. The Wizards. They are vulnerable in the paint. The Knicks got to try to. The Knicks got to try to score in the paint.
Thank you. So what does that mean for Randall?
Yeah, he needs Randall exactly. These guys got to try to score in the paint, and really, really guard that 3-point line. Don't let these guys get loose and kill us from the 3-point line.
Yeah, play like tonight, man. But the way they play, I can't remember how. I'm trying to compare Dinwiddie and Ish Smith's game. I think it's because Dinwiddie abuses that pick and roll. I'm not gonna say abuses, but they run that pick and roll for Dinwiddie to create space a lot. Ish Smith is a guy who can kind of break down defense a little bit by himself, but he is dangerous with the pick and roll. I don't remember exactly how he played with the pick and roll against the Knicks, but yeah, Ish Smith, he's a guy you got to force him to shoot. And again, what they did with Dinwiddie tonight, I don't know if it was ingenuity or I don't know if it was luck, but if a scout could watch that and give a comment on that, he's going to say they played Dinwiddie the smart way, man. He didn't have a good shoot tonight. Force him to continue to shoot. Do not let him to continue to allow to penetrate and get in the groove. I know he had those fouls. A lot of these fouls are ticky-taxing, but it is what it is. That's the NBA now, whatever. But, they made him work for every shot. And they got to do the same thing. Like, you can't let these guys – and remember – the way when you have a team that they're bringing a whole bunch of guys up the G League, right? They're not going to be as dynamic on the dribble as, say, some of your top stars, right? They're going to, whatever system they're playing, they're going to try to play it within that system to a T. So open shots, spacing, they're going to do all those things because they don't really, there's no real chemistry to build off of, right? They haven't been playing. So they're going to simplify the game. If you make the game simple for them by allowing those shots open, if you don't get back on your perimeter guys, if you just allow them to get these free open shots, easy cuts to the basket, really simple things that they could capitalize off of, that's when you have you have 4 guys in double digits. And you look up, it's a 30-point, 20-point lead, against you guys from a team that 4 or 5 guys came off the street. So again, the Knicks have to play smart. No, all right, perimeter defense, do not give up on that. If Ishmael's going to kill you shooting, that's his night because he's not a shooter. If Bradley Beal wants to shoot 30, 40-some shots and not take more of a facilitating role like Butler did when he played against us, fine. Let him do that, but no one else can kill us. That should be the motto. Yeah. Let Bradley Beal overshoot. He can have 50 points off 50 shots. No one else can kill us. We're going to win. You're going to win by 20. Doesn't make sense.
Hopefully we can bring that kind of defense, man. Nate?
Good win by the Knicks, especially when you win on the road and you beat your rivals. It's always a good feeling when you get a victory like that. I hope the Knicks come out with more energy and more heart against this Wizards team because, like, the last time was embarrassing. I mean, they literally out-hustled us completely in our own house. So hopefully the Knicks turn the table and go into their house and put a beat down on them. Because, I mean, if the Knicks want to, move this team in the right direction, they got to get more consistent. They got to get more consistent with their play, keep their defense, continue the good defense. I mean, we're just too inconsistent right now. We don't know what Knicks team's going to show up every night. And so this would be a good start if, you got a good win against Brooklyn. If you go to Washington, another road game, and get another win, I mean, now you're starting to feel good about yourself, and then you got that brutal West Coast trip coming up. So, hey, man, you got to ride some momentum going into those games. So,
All right,
we'll see what
what's up.
happens, man. I'm not holding my breath because this team is just too herky jerky half the time. But I mean, you're seeing some progress.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're seeing some progress. And Nate must have the heat bumping. You must have the heat like up to, 75 or something like that. Because he's sitting here, got the shirt off and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. 75, 85, 95 or something. He must, got the heat bumping. You know what I mean? Kareem, coming to you for the final words, man.
Yeah.
Quick, hit me about 30 seconds, man, because I got to get up out of here.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think, honestly, man, we'll win this next game. Especially, thinking back on the way they beat us, we definitely got to get that revenge. Like, we need that get back. And I think, honestly, we could go on a little winning streak here, man. We can win these upcoming games, Sim. That's all I got to say. Happy holidays again, Sim, to you and your family, man.
You too, man. Happy holidays to you. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I do want to say to D Pleasy in the chat, man. Please don't. You can't diss Nas like that, D Pleasy. Pleasy, don't do that. Please don't do that, Pleasy. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I'll probably see you guys maybe tomorrow. Look for the notification. Definitely on Saturday. All right? Be peaceful. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. I'm out of here.
That's the deal.